I am overwhelmed with all of these new makeup releases. We're only in the middle of June. I don't think I'm going to like it. Are simply just overpriced and expensive. And tell me why Milani has the audacity to charge more than Elle. For that reason, I'm out. I don't think I should buy it at all. You don't need the Rare Beauty powder. I don't need you. I don't want you. Gisu. Do a little better. Just because it's a new flavor, I'm not going to buy it. I can admit, I was wrong. I'm kind of banning myself from buying any more highlighters. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Hi gorgeous, welcome back to the beauty room. My name is Elle if you're new, and today we are going to criticize upcoming new makeup releases. If you've never watched any one of these videos before, I'm gonna share with you my hot takes and personal opinions, both positive and negative, about upcoming new beauty products. Please keep in mind these are biased opinions. I've never even tried a majority of these products, so it's going to be more from like at a glance than an in-depth makeup review kind of video. I make these videos so I can practice being a little bit more critical about my purchases, but also to help those of you who are either on a low buy, a no buy, or if you're just trying to kind of be a little bit more thoughtful and mindful and intentional about what you're purchasing. So with that in mind, I also want to hear your personal hot takes and opinions down in the comments below. As always, don't let me talk out to the void. Just make sure to be kind and respectful. We embrace different opinions on this channel, but without being mean, okay? We don't need to put people down just because we have a different opinion. With that being said, I get all of my new makeup news from the Trend Mood 1 page. So if you're interested in finding out about these launches before you watch my video, make sure you follow Trend Mood 1 so that we can give credit where credit is due. All right, y'all, where should we start with this? Because this isn't even all of it. Like, I did not screenshot every single thing. I only screenshotted the things that I wanted to talk about and things that I think that you would be interested in hearing my thoughts about. But dang, y'all, this is kind of a lot. Like, I was not expecting this. I think we'll start with like complexion first because there's a handful of complexion products. Number one is the most exciting for I feel like a lot of people watching my video right now. Elle has already launched their Soft Glam Satin Foundation for $8. It's a medium buildable coverage foundation, breathable formula, doesn't look cakey. It has a bunch of other ingredients and it's non-comedogenic and comes in 36 shades. I am actually really interested in this, but if I'm being realistic with myself, there is not one Elle complexion product that I have fallen in love with that I think is better than my high-end mid-range complexion products. I also think like Maybelline and L'Oreal do complexion products really well, and I tend to wear those more. When it comes to Elle, I've tried their CC creams and I've tried some of their foundations, or like one of their foundations that was really, really old. I don't even know what it's called at this point. And I didn't really like them. Like, I think that they were okay, they were good, but they weren't like it. And I feel like they do have like a large shade range, like 36, and it seems to be pretty equally distributed between like light, medium, and deep. But I can never find the shade that matches me very well, and I think that's the hard thing about drugstore products in general and foundations is it's hard because you can't shade match yourself, but also sometimes the undertones are not really true to what they should be. But then again, maybe I've just been buying the wrong shade. So I am interested in this because it's a satin foundation. I am glad that it's not like another glowy luminous foundation, and it definitely seems to be geared towards like oily combo skin. It's supposed to be medium coverage and long lasting. I'm glad they didn't say like, oh, it's supposed to be 24-hour wear or anything like that. And it's $8. So for me, I think this is a win. I would buy this if I saw it in store. I think I would try it for the sake of knowledge and to be able to tell y'all if it's worth it or not. And maybe, just maybe, it might be the first self-complexion product that I love. I have high hopes, but then also my expectations need to be kept a little low because I haven't liked any of their foundation products. If I wasn't making content, I don't think I would try this. I think I would just let it be at this point. But because I want to have that knowledge, out of curiosity, I would try it. The next complexion product is actually from Charlotte Tilbury, and they're launching launching their Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint Hydrating Foundation Stick. It is the ultimate no foundation foundation, blurring, smoothing, sheer to light buildable coverage, sculpting effect, easy to blend in 15 seconds, keeps your skin feeling firm, plump, and hydrated. Let me guess how much this is. I feel like brands at this point think they can charge $50, $60 for complexion, especially high-end brands. Even the brands that you wouldn't consider like fashion house brands, they be raising the price. Let me see how much this is. It is, first of all, I can't find like the shade range of this. If I can, I'll insert it in here so that you guys can see it, but as of right now, I can't find it. So I can't really comment on the shade range. I have no idea what the price is, but I'm gonna guess it's anywhere between like $45 to $60, which is insane. I need to see what this looks like on people. Like, I can't just like look at this product and be able to decide whether or not it's for me. Like, I need to see it on someone's face, and that will really tell me if it is actually worth the buy. And right now we just kind of see a sneak peek. I think if I were to guess, this wouldn't be worth it for me. Like, looking at the swatches, which could be fake swatches, they look kind of shiny, overly glowy, not something that I personally would like. I have tried the hydrating Fenty skin tint in the stick, and as much as I liked the process of applying that product, I love how blendable it was, the finish and the glow was just a little bit much for me. And so for this reason, I don't think that this would be worth my money. I don't think I would even buy it to try it, because I'm leaning more towards, I don't think I'm going to like it. If I do watch videos and I see something a little bit different than what I'm expecting, then maybe. But knowing the cost of this item, it's likely a pass. It's likely a pass, because I'm also trying to be a lot more critical of prices lately because of how high everything is costing, because of the increased prices in products. I just don't want to accept it. I don't. And I don't want to buy too much overpriced makeup anymore. And so it's gonna take a lot for me to be convinced to buy this. And I'm not gonna lie, I used to love Charlotte Tilbury, like be obsessed with the brand. But after a while, trying a lot of their products and looking at their pricing and everything like that, I've kind of taken off my rose-colored glasses, and I can kind of see that a lot of the products are simply just overpriced and expensive, and it's going to take a lot to convince me to buy this product. So for that reason, I'm keeping an open mind, but because of how expensive it is, I think I would rather spend my money elsewhere. Then we have the Milani Conceal and Perfect Sun Kiss Liquid Bronzing Drops. Ooh, poor Milani. You're kind of extra late. Like, extra, read all about it. You're extra late, okay? You're late in the game for this one. Elle already released theirs. If you're coming after Elle, you're late. I've tried the Elle ones actually recently. I might make a video about it. And I actually really like the Elle bronzing drops, and for that reason, I don't think I want to try the Milani ones. And tell me why Milani has the audacity to charge more than Elle. Elle is like $12 for the bronzing drops, and Milani is charging $16.99. Yeah, it's a pass for me. Sorry. All right, let's see what else we have for complexion. All right, so Danessa Myricks has another launch. I feel like I talk a lot about the same brands in every single new makeup release video. These brands just keep launching more and more products. It's always the same. Have you noticed? I wonder what brands don't launch products this often. I have to think about it. Anyways, Danessa Myricks is releasing their Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Concealer. Wait, I'm kind of excited. I was like, this looks like a whole nother foundation. The picture looks like a foundation size, but is it smaller? Interesting. It's a medium to full coverage concealer, serum hybrid formula, flexes with your skin to lift, smooth, correct, cover with a natural soft matte finish. Y'all know I love a good satin soft matte finish, especially for covering up acne and dark spots. It has 20 shades and $30 each. Oof, $30 kind of pricey for a concealer. And especially with Danessa Myricks, like her prices, from what I remember, were never really like that high. It's 0.32 fluid ounces. The packaging looks huge, but I think it's just because it's short and it's like a close-up of the picture. Okay, with that being said, I think for $30, I'm not really willing to try this. It's gonna have to be another one of those products that like I see in store, I watch videos about. If I hear enough people talk about it, then maybe it'll pique my interest. But because of the price, and I don't really hear anything that makes it stand out out in comparison to all of the other concealers I have. And I have quite a few concealers. And you know, at the end of the day, a lot of the concealers do the same thing and I don't notice too much of a difference besides shade and texture. For that reason, I'm out. I'm so sorry, Danessa Myricks. Hopefully there are good reviews about it and hopefully people enjoy it, but I am not going to be a test bunny for this one. Now for an actual complexion product that I'm very excited about and I'm tempted to buy. It is the new Too Faced Born This Way Soft Matte Foundation. And I don't know if this is reformulated or just repackaged. Let me double check. It says it's a new and improved formula, so I'm guessing it was reformulated. You know, there's not too many shades, but it does look to be decently distributed between light, medium, tan to dark to deep. I think there could be maybe one more category of shades. I just hope these aren't as yellow and as orange as I've swatched before, because I've always been interested in the Too Faced Born This Way foundation formula. I've heard amazing things about it, but the shades have just made me question them a lot. And I've never bought it because I could never find a shade that really makes sense for me without making me look like an Oompa Loompa. So I think I would have to re-swatch these shades in person because the pictures never do it justice. It's also $46. So I'm excited to try this because I've never tried the formula before, but I don't think I'm going to buy it right away. Maybe in July, maybe, you know what? I don't think I should buy it at all because I do have the IT Cosmetics matte CC cream, and from what I know and see, the formulas are very similar. I don't know if they're dupes or alternatives for each other, but they're very similar. Like the IT Cosmetics CC cream is full coverage, it matches my skin tone, it has that soft matte finish without being flat on the skin, works great on my oily skin. It also has SPF in it, and it's in like the same packaging as the new Too Faced one. So now that I put that into perspective, I can pass on this. I do not need to buy it. The only exception is if it's on my wish list for like about a month, and if I can find a shade that matches me, and if I don't have to pay the full price. I will allow myself that. But as of right now, I cannot run out to go buy this because I already have something like it, and I'm really happy with the IT Cosmetics CC cream. It's one of my favorite foundations at the moment, so it's really unnecessary for me to buy the Born This Way foundation, especially for $46. If you do want me to do a review on it, let me know, but quite a few people need to like the comment before I actually decide to review the product. That was a hard one. That was a hard one to convince myself out of. I'm still not very confident in myself because I'm so scared that I'm gonna end up getting it. We'll see, we'll see. I just have to like sit with my thoughts for a little bit longer. So don't hold me to it, but as of right now, I've convinced myself out of it, kind of, sort of. All right, the last complexion product is also very exciting. It is the new Rare Beauty Tinted Press finishing powder, and I'm kind of mad because I wish this came out before the Hourglass one, because I think I would have just bought the Rare Beauty one over the Hourglass one. The Hourglass powder is overpriced, expensive, and it does just fine. Like, it's nothing really special in my book, especially for like $50. But Rare Beauty is launching their powders for, we don't know the price, but I'm sure it's probably like under $30. I would be surprised if it was more because Rare Beauty is more like mid-priced, and it's launching on July 18th. Oh, it's a luminous, matte formula that also delivers a luminous natural finish. I feel like this is so hard. I think when Rare Beauty launches anything, I get excited for it, but as much as I love the aesthetic of Rare Beauty, there's a lot of hit and misses with the brand. Like, there's only a few products that I actually have really loved from them. I like the under eye brightener, I like the liquid blushes, I like the highlighter. Oh, just kidding. I do like a lot of things. The eyebrow gel, the cream bronzer, but then there's like a lot of things that I don't really like. Like, I didn't really like their foundation products, their complexion products. I've never tried their powder before, so I don't have too much data on if this powder would be good. Like, part of me is tempted because it's like, oh, it would be great for content. The other part of me is like, I have so much powder, I don't think I want to buy more. So we'll see, depending on the price, depending on the people that get it in PR and how they review it, I might consider it. But as of right now, I think it's a no. And I need to say no to myself more when it comes to Rare Beauty because, you know, I have been disappointed in some of their products, and just because they're new, like they're coming out with a new product doesn't mean it's going to be good. For example, I didn't buy the Rare Beauty like blush highlighter, and to this day I'm so happy I never bought it because it didn't really fit my makeup preferences. This powder is a little bit different to convince myself out of because I do love powder. I'm an oily skin person. Powder is so important. Then again, I have so many powders that it's like hard to justify it, you know? So this is just a reminder, if you also have one too many powders, you don't need the Rare Beauty powder. Plus it's coming out July 18th, so I'm sure there's gonna be promotion and influencers talking about it. Give yourself some time to really think it through and remind yourself that just because it's new doesn't mean you need to buy it. Maybe wait. I don't even think it's that urgent for me to talk about on my channel. So with that being said, this is a no, unless I can think of another reason to justify it, but right now it's no. If you're watching this, future Elle, the answer is no. Please don't buy it. Save your coin. You don't need it. All right, let's move on to lip products because there are quite a few lip product launches. First of all is a new Gisou lip oil. This is the Coconut Frost, which y'all remember in my last criticizing new makeup releases video, we didn't know if the shades that we were on the Trend Mood side were actually coming out in real life, and I think that they are because this Coconut Frost was on that picture. So crossing my fingers that the brown one comes out soon. I don't really care about Coconut Frost. Like, I don't want yet another clear lip oil, so personally this is a pass for me. I already have the Watermelon Sugar, which already appears clear on the lips. It has a shimmer, just like Coconut Frost. I also have the Mango Passion Punch, which is more orange on the lips, and I like that one more. So, you know, I can't justify this. I don't even want it. I don't even care for it. Coconut Frost, I have nothing really to say to you. I don't need you. I don't want you. Gisou, do a little better. Come out with the brown shade because I'll buy it in a heartbeat. With that being said, I really do like the Gisou lip oil formulas. Y'all know I'm not a big lip oil fan, but the Gisou lip oil formulas are just the right amount of glossy texture for me without being too thin and oily on my lips. Then we have another launch from Laneige. It's a new flavor for the summer. It's their Watermelon Pop limited edition lip sleeping mask with vitamin C. And when I saw this, I was like, that is so cute. Every time I see Laneige like promotion pictures, I'm always impressed. Like this picture, 10 out of 10. Whoever they hired for this, 10 out of 10. It made it so appealing, and I started to question whether or not I wanted this. But with that being said, I'm not going to buy it. I'm sure it smells delicious. It looks so freaking cute. It has like that red tint to it. But one Laneige full-size lip sleeping mask will last you forever. I'm not even halfway done with my OG Laneige lip sleeping mask, okay? That stuff will last you forever, and it's almost impossible to finish before it expires. So for that reason, just because it's a new flavor, I'm not going to buy it. Also, I don't really like the aspect of like dipping my finger for lip balm products anymore. I can appreciate it from afar. Then we have a new launch from Glossier, and they actually have multiple launches. They are re-releasing the OG formula of the Glossier lip balms, and also they're releasing mini sizes of their perfume and lip liners. I'm very excited about this because they actually sent me their lip balms in PR. I have all the shades, y'all, all of them. And I was very confused at first because I came home off of like a vacation and I did not expect this at all. Glossier tends to send me like random PR every once in a while. I'll get some new things and other new things. Like, not gonna lie, I kind of wish I got the lip liners. I feel like that's so exciting, but I am very appreciative that they sent me all of the lip balms because I've never tried their lip balms before, and I wasn't sure if this was the old or the new formula, but I read the note and this is the new, well, no, this is the old OG formula that they're re-releasing and coming back with, because apparently when they reformulated it to be vegan, everyone hated it. So I think due to all of the controversy and the feedback they were getting, they decided to come back out with the OG formula. And I can admit, I was wrong. I was so wrong about these. Again, I've never tried them, but from afar, I always just didn't understand them. I think a lot of people explain them as like the same thing as using Vaseline and Aquaphor, and I actually disagree with you. Wholeheartedly disagree with you. I wish I had tried these sooner, but I'm so happy that Glossier sent them to me because I think that this is one of my favorite lip balm formulas. Now, is it my favorite in terms of tint? No, I think that I don't need all of these shades and they're very sheer when it comes to color. But first of all, applicator, so comfortable to use on the lips. Very just, I don't know how to explain it. I just love rubbing it on my lips. My favorite scent is the mint scent. I love anything mint on my lips. It's also adorable packaging. I think this is about $16, which yeah, seems overpriced for a lip balm, but it actually hydrates my lips and moisturizes my lips. So no, it doesn't really give me the best color out of all of the lip balms I've tried, like the Rhode one. It doesn't give me the best gloss and sheen like the Rhode one, but it gives me actual hydration. And the reason why I say it's not the same as Vaseline and Aquaphor is because one, I don't like Vaseline as a lip balm. I've tried it, but when it comes to an actual hydrating, moisturizing lip balm that does what I want it to do, Glossier has done that. I've been wearing this every single day since I got it. I tried to kind of pick out the ones that I wanted to give away, but I like it so much and I love all of the scents so much that I'm like, I think I'm keeping them all. I'm gonna need one in my bag, one in the car, one at my vanity, one by my bed, because I actually really like this formula. Now, don't hold me to it because it is still pretty new. I've only had it for like about a week. I've been applying every day for about a week, but I have not experienced like my lips peeling. I have not experienced my lips drying out from this lip balm. I do really want to try the lip liners. I wish they sent this to me in PR, but I'm not going to be greedy. I just appreciate it in the first place, and maybe I'll spend my own money on the lip liners if I want it really bad. Then again, I have so many lip liners. There's no justification to buy more, so moving on. Of course, we have yet another lip butter balm from Summer Fridays in the shade or in the flavor / scent iced coffee, which is coming back. I love a good coffee scent, but then again, if you think about it, like I want my lips to smell minty and fresh. I don't want my lips to smell like bad breath coffee, you know what I'm saying? So if that's not gonna convince you not to buy it, I don't know what is. Other than that, y'all know Summer Fridays is not my favorite lip balm formula. I think it is drying to my lips. It makes my lips peel. And for that reason, I have not purchased one since the first time I bought it. My least favorite lip balm formula. Doesn't work for my lips personally. If you like it, great. But if you need someone to convince you out of buying it, just remember, do you want your mouth and your lips to smell like bad breath iced coffee? Maybe not. The last lip product launch, I mentioned this before, but I think that it has already launched, at least on their website. It is their e.l.f. Cosmetics Sun Boss Gloss with SPF 25. I am interested in this. I probably won't order online. If I see it in the store, I'll buy it because I do like lip products with SPF in it. I'm just obsessing over SPF lately because I'm just trying to really protect my skin, my lips, my hair, my nails. I'm really into that, and e.l.f. does have some really underrated lip products. Aside from their lip oil, they do have really good glosses and they can formulate a good gloss, so I trust this. And I like the shades. I mean, I wish there were more shade options, but I think I'd get the coral one, peach one, call it a day. Next up is cheek products, which shockingly, I don't think I have blushes to really talk about. Not too many, at least. I think the only blush that I wanted to talk about was the new Rhode cream blushes. Y'all already know my take on this. I'm not a fan of glowy cream blushes. I'm not going to buy this, but it is confirmed that they look like chubby sticks. In my opinion, over packaged. I don't know why they made this packaging so thick. I don't know and understand the reason behind it. It feels like a waste of plastic. Maybe there's a video about why they did it this way, but it doesn't make sense to me. And that's all I gotta say.
With this launch, Rhode Beauty also released a new shades of their peptide lip tint. I can vouch for this formula. I really, really like it. It is moisturizing and glossy on the lips, but I'm not gonna buy the new shades just because I want to use what I already have.
Now for something a little bit more exciting, but I definitely will not be buying because I do not wear highlighter. Patrick Ta is releasing his Major Glow Cream and Powder Light Reflecting highlighter duo. I don't know what took him so long to release this, but then again, I'm pretty sure these were launched in his holiday palette from what I remember, and I don't recall people really giving the highlighters a great review. So again, for that reason, I don't think I will buy this. The last thing I want is a sparkly, glittery highlighter on my face. Unless my lifestyle was like going out to the club or partying all the time, I no longer participate in glittery highlighting makeup. Glittery makeup for the eyes? Sure. Not for the face. That's a pass for me. I also don't go to events like festivals or concerts and things often enough, so I'm not the biggest fan of this. I think it's cute. I can admire it from afar. I could see a market for this, and I could also see this going viral on TikTok, so if that was his plan, great for him. But for me, this is going to be a pass. I'm kind of banning myself from buying any more highlighters. As for some random beauty products, Sol de Janeiro, once again, I feel like they're always launching something. They're actually launching 2 new scents that Trend Mood is saying might be the same as their limited edition scents. This scent actually looks to be only available in Ulta, which is really nice because I know that there are some Sol de Janeiro scents you can only get at Sephora and not Ulta. This is their number 48 perfume mist, and it apparently has notes of nectar, orchid, and pink musk. It might be similar to their Bikini Season limited edition scent. Personally, I'm not really interested in those kind of scents, so for me it would be a pass. But they also have another launch, which is their number 76. It has midnight jasmine, black currant, and amber woods. Apparently it might be the same as their after hours mist. I remember smelling that one and I wasn't the biggest fan of that, so these are going to be a pass for me. What I do want is their recent summer releases from Sephora, specifically the pink scent and the green scent that smells like coconut. I love those scents and I'm so tempted to get them, but I just don't need another body spray or perfume. But if I were to get any of them, it's not any of the new ones at Ulta. It would definitely be the summer ones from Sephora. And then for those of you who are body mist obsessed and you love Sol de Janeiro and you feel the need to buy everything, just a reminder, what do you already have? Is there something that already smells like the new Sol de Janeiro scents? Do you really need to buy every single one of them? It might be worth spelling in the store, but at the end of the day, you're always gonna have your number 1 favorite. And if that's the one that has very little left, you probably don't need these scents. If anything, you just want to restock on your favorite one. Also, can someone tell me if body mists go bad? I know perfumes can last a really long time, but I feel like with body mists, there's a chance that they could go bad and smell differently. If that is the case, then keep that in mind also when it comes to collecting perfumes and body mists, because you don't want to have too much where they end up expiring. And apparently, Rihanna is now launching her hair care line, which is called Fenty Hair. I don't have much to say besides I wish the packaging was cuter. Like, I feel like Fenty has done such a great job with their packaging in the past that they have more to live up to. And something about this hair care line doesn't align with everything else. I know it's still trying to be a little bit different, but it's very like pastel kid kind of hair care line versus like mature, edgy Fenty. You know what I'm saying? And truthfully, I don't really use celebrity hair care. I just use whatever I got. And I don't like to try a lot of new hair care products because my hair is fairly healthy. And honestly, if anything, it needs to be less healthy because it cannot hold a damn curl. And Rihanna, if you just so happen to be watching this, which you're probably not, I don't want hair care. I don't want more makeup. I want more music. Oh, I also forgot to mention that Tarte is releasing their new creaseless under eye loose setting powder for $36. There's 10 shades, which honestly is kind of good for a loose setting powder. A lot of brands usually only come out with 4 shades for their loose setting powders, and this is apparently supposed to smooth out your under eyes, leaving you camera ready with a puff for precise application for the inner corners. I think it's also interesting that they mainly marketed it for your under eyes because I feel like a lot of us tend to have trouble with creasing under the eyes. In the grand scheme of things, it's really just like a marketing kind of term because you should be able to use setting powder all over your face, and the setting powder should work for under your eyes also. Personally, Unfortunately, it's a pass for me. Again, I have so many powders and the last thing I need is another step separate from what I'm already using for my under eyes. And the last thing I wanted to slip into this video, because I already talked about it in my last criticizing new makeup releases video, but this has actually launched and there have been so many videos on my feed about the new Natasha Denona Golden palette, and I actually was tempted to buy this even though I said I wasn't going to buy it because I saw so many videos and the packaging looks so gorgeous in person. The shades also looked a little bit different in person than on pictures, so I was kind of convinced and almost ready to pull out my card and swipe it to buy this palette. But then I reminded myself and grounded myself that I'm actually trying to get rid of a majority of my eyeshadow palettes, but I have a problem letting them go. But I keep trying to remind myself that I do not need or even want another eyeshadow palette as beautiful as it looks, because there are eyeshadow palettes that I really am trying to get rid of because I do not wear enough eyeshadow. But the problem is I have a hard time letting these products go, and for that reason it's like, if I can't let these go, then why should I be buying more? Because I must be content with what I already have. Again, I don't really experiment with a lot of eyeshadow, at least in this era of my life. I'm not going crazy, and I do have a lot of eyeshadow palettes that could kind of dupe the Natasha Denona palettes. So for that reason, if you are also intrigued by this palette, if you have all of a sudden got your rose-colored glasses on because everyone is talking about it, please think about how often you wear eyeshadow, and then think about how many eyeshadow palettes you own, and then think about how often you actually wear those palettes and rotate through those palettes, and then think about the price of the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette, which I think is like $65 to $70. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, especially if that means going over budget, especially if that means going into debt or being financially irresponsible or taking money from your future. Please, it is not worth it. Of course, it's going to be a different story if you wear eyeshadow all the time, if you're always experimenting with eyeshadow, if you're a makeup artist. But I'm just saying, for those of you who are like me, who don't experiment enough with eyeshadow, who don't wear it often enough, the price of this palette and how beautiful it looks is not enough to make the purchase. And if anything, how I'm thinking of it is, if I still want it by the time the holiday sale comes up, then sure, maybe by that point I can buy it, and hopefully I've decluttered enough palettes where I can justify that purchase as like my one palette that I want. But that just doesn't make sense for me right now. As you can tell, I'm kind of disorganized, and I completely forgot to talk about yet another launch, which is from Huda Beauty. I promise that this is the last one. They launched their new liquid blushes, which honestly I'm kind of interested in. It's so hard because it's like, I have so many blushes. Like, do I need more? There have been so many blush launches. I just don't need any more blush, but liquid blushes have my heart. They really do. And these Huda Beauty liquid blushes look so freaking cute. I think I have to see them in person. I definitely will not be allowed to blind buy this online. And I also need to watch some reviews on them. But for $21, there's 5 different shades. It's supposed to be a blush filter soft glow liquid blush, easy to apply, ample playtime, soft glow finish, and it has milled micro pearls. It's lightweight and gives you a glow. I think that this would be a complete no if it's too glowy on the skin. When I look at the pictures, it doesn't look like a greasy finish at all. It looks like a finish that I actually like. I love the actual campaign images for this. I'm just scared that it's overly glowy, and if it is, then I'll definitely pass on it. Do I really need this? Definitely not. Is there a shade that I feel like is unique? Not really, truthfully, but I'm kind of a sucker, and I guess I'll just wait to see this in store, and hopefully I can convince myself out of it because I have way too many blushes. Whew, that was a lot of new makeup releases to talk about in one video, and that wasn't even all of it. There's so many that I decided not to talk about because I wasn't interested in it, but let me know what your thoughts and hot takes about these products are in the comments below. I also want to hear about the products that you've tried recently that you don't like. De-influence us in the comments below to save us some coin, but I also don't mind hearing your recommendations. With that being said, thank you all so much for 13,000 freaking subscribers. I really appreciate you and all the support. I read as many comments as possible. I try to respond to almost all of the comments, but it's gotten to the point where I get kind of overwhelmed. So if I don't reply right away or I don't reply at all, please don't take it to offense. I do my best, but sometimes it's a little much and I need to take a break from replying to comments. But either way, I do want to remind you that the comments are not just for me to reply and have conversations with you. I want y'all to have a conversation together. This is a community. It's not just me versus you. So hopefully you can get some support and some insight on products in my comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and watch my criticizing new makeup releases playlist somewhere around here. And as always, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye!